Absolutely. We're live, yeah. Welcome in. I'm looking for you. Okay. All right. Cool. We have fun binds. Some really fun binds on the agenda. And through those binds, we're going to release. So that's what we got going on for today. You don't need anything specific for that for class. All we're going to need is your mat and your body. If you want anything, though, I would highly suggest go ahead and grabbing it. Any props that you need, water, all that good stuff. Housekeeping. This is going to be the last of my classes for the YouTube format. We're still going to be doing online classes, and they're still going to be all donation-based. It's just going to be a little bit different. It's going to be where you sign on or sign into the class through MBO, Mind Body Online, which is the same app that we've been using so that you sign into the studios. You'll just go look up my classes. There'll be similar times. And same thing, you'll sign into class, reserve your spot early, and yeah, be doing the same thing here. The only thing is that we're not going to record those, so they are going to be that time and done. These classes are going to be online forever, so if you do want to continue to come back to these, I know when I first started yoga, I was online yoga all the time. I'd never been into a studio, and that's how I found my progress, was repeating those videos and kind of using that as a benchmark to see what got easier and more accessible. So that's open for you as well. Yeah, that's all I got. We're going to release. We're going to start standing. I think we got a minute or two. How long does it take me? Nope, we are starting right now. It is 6:00, y'all. So, welcome in. If you just joined, we're going to do some releasing. In order to do that, we're going to start standing up. Come to the top of your mat, comfortable standing position. Bring your toes together to touch. But only if that's comfortable. So if you notice that when you bring your toes together to touch, your outer hips begin more sensational, where your knees start to hurt. And so, just small, incrementally, separate your legs. Let that feel better, more supportive. And come to stillness. Rest your arms down by your side. Take this anatomical neutral. Thumbs rest out, palms face forward. Draw your shoulder blades up towards your ears for a moment. Pull them back away from your ears, and then down. Let them drop. And then come into some stillness here. Close your eyes. Class is going to be on a release. In order to release, it takes acknowledgement. Acknowledgement of whatever is there that's holding in, that's keeping pressure. Just like opening the top on a soda. Your release here is whatever's building up. Thoughts in your head. Are you able to let them go? Steam release. Tightness in your body. Inhibitions, lack of confidence. Settle into the release that comes to mind for you. Usually the thing that comes to mind first. And set a moment to intend on releasing that. A smile comes to your face. There's work ahead, but there's no need to fret. Take it moment by moment. ready to move, open your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain pose. You can keep your arms here, maybe palms touch above your head. On your exhale, turn your palms towards the ground and let your arms fall back out by your side. Slow, control. Match that to your breath. Inhale, that full movement on your inhale. Exhale. Keep that going, breath and movement. In and out. But nice and slow, your pace. And notice, are your arms moving faster than your breath? When you get to the top, is there still a lot of breath happening? Can you match them together? 1 unit. Last one in. Out. Inhale, reach up to mountain. Then on your exhale, swan dive forward. So bend your legs, swing your arms out behind you, hinge your hips to lean your chest forward. So again, there's a flatness through your spine, slightly round, there's natural roundness, but again, not arched up, not completely lower, still nice and straight. Slowly bring your chest towards your lap, then let your arms fall towards the ground. Take a halfway lift, inhale, fold on your exhale. All right, so let's reverse that. Reach your arms behind you, reverse swan dive. Inhale, extend up, straighten your legs, palms come to touch above your head. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to your heart. Cool. Let's add on to that just a little bit. Inhale, reach back up to mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward, super slow, match it breath to movement. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. All right, do that again. Halfway lift, hold. Now find your reverse swan dive arms. So extend them behind you. So this is going to be your reverse swan dive setup. From here, we're taking it to bear pose. So chest and legs stay like they are. Reach your arms in front. Extend them forward. Take a breath in. Fold on your breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Reverse swan dive to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to your heart. Now we're going to make that one big flow, breath to movement. So let's unite our breath. Inhale together. Exhale together. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bear pose. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, bear pose. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to your heart. Close your eyes, settle into your pose. Notice what's changed. Accept that change. Let's move on. Inhale, reach up to mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, low lunge, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Now hold your low lunge. We'll get strong through your low lunge to start. So palms press into the ground so that your knee can rest underneath your chest. And if there's not enough space, come onto your fingertips. Get a little longer through your shoulders. Pull your chest forward as you press your feet down, but you keep your hips low. So you're separating your knees apart, pressing your feet apart, letting your hips get low, your chest pull forward, proud and lifted. Breath in. Exhale, left knee to the ground, and then reach your arms up. Kneeling crescent lunge. All right, here's where we're going to start to add on. So palms touch above your head. I want you to take your left hand slightly forward and your right hand slightly back. So you're going to separate your hands, cross your arms. Right? Now palms are facing the ground. I want you to turn your palms to face one another and then touch them together. Cool? So head in front of your arms. Begin to press palm into palm, Create this cyclone of energy to send up, squeeze your thighs together, and then bring your gaze up to the ceiling as you find a slight back bend and your chest hinges, your hips hinge forward. Slight back bend, squeeze of your thighs, and you're still powerfully supporting yourself into a stretch. Press your hands to get more lifted. One more round of breath. Inhale, release, back up to kneeling crescent. Exhale to half split. I'm going to take blocks along with me. Blocks are not necessary for this pose. Just straighten your right leg, pull your hips back, drive your heel forward. At the same time you're driving your heel forward, you're trying to pull your chest towards your foot. But play hard to get, right? Foot drives forward, chest drives towards it. Excuse me. 3 rounds of breath here. You spread all 5 toes of your right foot out wide and keep pressing through your heel. Alright, let's add some movement. Inhale back up to kneeling crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Maybe extend your arms behind you and float them, kind of like your reverse swan dive. 2 more times. Inhale, pull forward, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, pull forward, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, pull forward, reach up, kneeling crescent. Exhale, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knees, step forward, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold on your breath out. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Take a low lunge. Second side. Again, palms flat if you have that space. You're going to have a little more mobility through shoulders and longer bones, so it's a little more accessible for me now. Come to your fingertips if you need. Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you're broken. In fact, I used blocks for the longest time to this pose. All about progress. So meet yourself where you are, and then find the strength in that moment. Your hips get 1 inch lower. Press your knees apart. Take a breath in. Exhale, right knee to the ground. Inhale, reach up to kneeling crescent. Take the same shape. Palms touch above your head. This time take your left hand behind, right hand forward. Cross your arms, and then turn your palms back to face one another. Make them touch. Your head, again, should be in front of your arms. Press palm into palm. Walk your gaze up to the ceiling as you lengthen and find a back bend. And your hips squeeze together, but drive towards the floor. Breathe into your ribs. 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. So I gave the option on my Instagram for a slow class or a nice flow class, and I got many responses back for flow. So, if you ask for this, you know who you are. If you'd rather see something different, I'm always up for requests. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know what you see, what you think, what you want. I'm trying to make it happen. Full round of breath. And breath to movement. Inhale, reach up, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half split, maybe float your arms. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Last 2 times. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, inhale. A little wily. Exhale. Inhale, kneeling crescent, reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, step forward and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold on your breath out. Lift your heels off the ground, come onto your tiptoes. Bend your knees and then come into a ball pose. Hips to heels. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Round your forehead towards your knees. If this is too much, take a hand to the ground for support. Maybe both hands. And then let your heels drop and then let your hips touch the ground. Boat pose. These blocks. I say. Find your boat. Strong boat. Arms up, legs up. Maybe extend your legs straight. Maybe point your toes. Maybe flutter your feet if you're feeling really squirrely. And have some stuff to talk about. So hold this. Breathe. one good thing about this new switch to MBO rather than YouTube is that I'll get to see what you're doing. You have the option of showing yourself so I can see and cue to this. This has one fallback of not being able to see what y'all are doing and being able to talk to that. So we'll have that option now. Thumbs up for that. Take one more full round of breath. Lift your chest, bring a smile to your face. Hug the back of your legs, roll onto your spine, hug your knees to chest. A couple times to massage your low back. And then all the way up into a tabletop. Once you come tabletop, take bird dog or balancing tabletop. Right arm forward, thumb faces up, pull your right shoulder back into its socket, and then send your left leg up straight behind you. Flex your left toes down. To help support your left wrist and shoulder, press into the ground, spin your right or left bicep forward, your left tricep back. That'll help wrap your shoulder into place so you can press and find more like cat pose through your spine to support. From here, find a pulse. Squeeze your left glute to float your heel a little higher and your thumb to the ceiling. You can keep pressing through the top of your right foot, the top of your right knee, and your left hand for 3, 2, 1. Come to stillness, kick your left heel to glute, reach back with your right hand to grab it. Tabletop dancer variation. It's called the Easy Tiger, I believe. Or to keep your left knee in line with your left hip, and do that by kicking your foot into your hand. And let your chest open up. Still try to rotate your right shoulder back to the ground. Release on an inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, knees to the ground, child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead to the mat. Inhale, walk your fingers forward. And your exhale, press into your hands, drive your hips to heels. 2 more times like that. Inhale, walk forward. Like, what is it? Cousin It? Like Thing? Exhale, press. I think it's Thing from the Addams Family. Inhale, walk them forward. Exhale, press it back. Stay for your inhale. Let something go on your exhale. When you're ready, tabletop. Second side. Left hand forward, right leg back. Balancing tabletop. Bird dog. Again, pressure through your left knee, pressure through your right hand, spin your right elbow pit forward, your right tricep back. Drive through the ground, squeeze your right glute, lift your right heel, and then find your pulses. Left thumb, right heel. Squeeze your glute to help lift. Good for 3, 2, 1. Come to stillness, kick your right heel to glute, grab it with your left hand. And then kick one into the other. Foot into hand, pull your hand back into your foot. So powerful through your left to your right arm and your left leg, just as much. Next inhale, release, stretch forward. Exhale, tabletop to child's pose. This time, take your knees together. Take your forehead to the ground, and then take your arms down alongside your legs, palms face up. And let your chest start to relax as it presses into your knees. Let your shoulders relax from that pressure. Remind yourself of the duality necessary through life, of the push and the pull, the give and the take, the yin and the yang. Just as much as you take on mentally, physically, energetically, you also have to balance that by letting some go. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press up to standing on your knees. Take your knees out wide. Big toes still stay to touch, and then hands behind your hips about a foot. We're going to take this into this reverse bridge tabletop front line opener. Drive your knees down, your shins down, the tops of your feet down, and then press your hands down and squeeze your shoulders together. So now you're trying to round your biceps out and back. Use that to open up your chest. Maybe relax the crown of your head back as well. Slow Shoulder lower down. Back to hands and knees, tabletop. From there, pitter patter your feet left and right. Tuck your toes, and then downward facing dog. Yeah, first time we're here. Dope. 10 rounds of breath. And I want you to start off with movement at the beginning of those 10 rounds, and then work to find slow stillness by your last round of breath. Pedal your feet equally, maybe one for a round of breath, the other. Let it be like you're checking off the inventory, seeing how everything's functioning, see what's stocked up, what's running low. And then come to stillness in your downward facing dog. From there, bend your knees, press into your hands, lower your shins and knees to hover over the ground, press your heels to stack on top of your toes, and then chest back towards your legs, turbo dog. Breathe here for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hold on your breath out. All right, reverse swan dive. Arms to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, chair pose. Bend your legs, reach your arms up. Your version of chair. Ensure that it's strong. Ensure that it's strong. Can you squeeze your legs together? Can you squeeze your thighs together? Can you keep that squeeze together and at the same time press your ankles apart? Ooh, how does that adjust? How does that change? Can you still extend up? Can you sit even lower with that engagement happening? Ooh, there it is. Full breath. All right, keep that engagement. I want you to toe heel your feet about 6 inches apart, maybe a little bit wider. We're going to take that bear pose again with more space for your belly in between your thighs. Take a breath in here. On your exhale, chair with airplane arms. So reach your arms back, almost like you're swan diving. Lean your chest forward to where it's flat. And then inhale, bear pose. Swing your arms down and then in front of your ears. Palms face up, rotate your thumbs up and out like you're about to accept a gift. Now can you press your shins forward so your hips extend back and they come into line with your knees? Breathe here for 3, for 2, last 1. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the ground. Straighten your legs. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold on your breath out. Step your feet as wide as your hips. And then Pada Gustasana. Grab your peace fingers. Wrap them around your big toes. Bend your knees. Take a breath in. Halfway lift. Lengthen the top of your head forward. Exhale. Pull your elbows out to the side. Drag the top of your head to the ground. Now again, take a look slightly up toward your torso, toward your belly. Find a slight tuck of your chin. And as if you're connecting the top of your head to the ground, like you're trying to upload all your anxiety, all your tightness, all your self-doubt, all into the ground. Let it pour out like honey. Let it drip and disappear. One more breath. Your toes, toe heel your feet back together to a comfortable position. Halfway lift on your breath in, high plank on your breath out. Take an inhale, shift forward. On your exhale, chaturanga, option to use your knees or just shift forward, lower halfway down your legs. Flip to the tops of your feet, inhale to upward facing dog. This can feel good to hold for a few rounds of breath after you just had that fold for your Pada Gustasana. Just keep your glutes squeezed together and the tops of your feet pressing down so you can pull your heart forward. Literally a full-on front-line stretch. Let's breath in. And exhale, down dog. Breath in together. Breath out together. All right. Take your right leg high, breathe in. And your exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose and hold here. Now find cat through your spine, round. Drive the ground with your palm, and then squeeze your knee up higher to your chest. Squeeze your heel closer to your glute, and then knee higher to your chest again. Heel closer to your glutes again. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. All right, high crescent lunge from here. Arms reach up. We're going to take the same shape here. So palms touch above your head. Keep strong bend in your legs. Take your left arm forward, right arm back. Cross your arms. Turn your palms to touch. All right, squeeze thighs together. Press into your palms, and then lift your gaze up like you're trying to look at your palms as you extend them back for a back bend. So strong through your legs. Squeeze them together. They're going to support you like a trellis, so you can grow up tall. Full breath. Come back to high crescent lunge. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Press your feet apart. And we're going to get movement here. I want you to find your deepest, strongest warrior two. So toe heel your right foot a little further forward. Trust yourself. You start with a bent leg, and then drive it into a depth, into a strong lunge. So your femur is no longer diagonal pointing to the ground. It's parallel to your mat, as close as possible. On your inhale, straighten your right leg. Palms come to touch. Option to float your right toes off the ground. Flex onto your heel. Exhale back to warrior two. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen up. Straighten your leg. Palms touch. Exhale, warrior two. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. See if you can bend your leg more, front leg, deepen into your lunge. Then we're going to take this into archer. So straighten your right leg, come back into warrior two, arms, and then take your left arm, bring it to your chest. Grab it like you're pulling a bow. Right arm in front of you, hold it stationary. Bend into your left leg. Turn your left toes out about 45 degrees to the back, and then bend into this half squat to the left. Notice how far back your shoulders go past your hips. Keep them stacked. And you're sending your hips back, but everything stays stacked and strong. Squeeze shoulders together. One more round. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step it back to a high plank. Breathe in. And then chaturanga on your breath out. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Stay for your exhale. Left leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, squeeze to your nose and hold. Get around your spine. Pull your knee higher to your chest. Squeeze your left heel closer to your glute. And then again, knee higher to chest. Heel closer to glute. Inhale back to three left. Exhale, low lunge. High crescent lunge. Find your stability. Palms touch above your head. This time right hand forward, left arm back. Cross them. Palms come to touch. Press them together. Lengthen up and then walk your gaze up towards your hands. Play hard to get with your hands. They don't want to be seen like spooky ghosts. Chase them. Squeeze your thighs together. One more breath. Inhale up to high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Yeah, buddy. You digging this flow, Felix? Is this what you wanted? You asked for this. Next inhale, straighten your left leg. Palms touch above your head. Maybe lift your heels or toes rather. Exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, low. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Back through to warrior two. And straighten your left leg. Turn your right toes towards the back. Bring your right hand to your chest. Find your bow. Pull your elbow back as you bend into your right leg. And you're sending your hips back. Shoulders stay relatively stacked in line with your hips. Last breath. Back to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Step back to high plank, breathe in. Chaturanga on your breath out. I'm skipping. Take it if you want. If you want to skip with me, all good with that too. Full breath in. Full breath out. Alright. Take a bend in your knees. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, step or float top of your mat. Your halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale to chair pose, reach up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Again, maybe toes of your feet separated apart. Inhale, bear pose, reach forward. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank on your breath out. Different this time. Feet come together. Roll onto the outside of your right leg, right foot, side plank. Left arm reaches up. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm under your right. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread. Two more in. Exhale, out, squeeze. One more in. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back to high plank towards the left. Right to the other side. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, thread, squeeze. In. Out and squeeze. Two more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. And out. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale to high plank. Shift forward, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take your right leg high, breathe in. Exhale to your nose. Inhale high. Exhale, low lunge. High crescent, breathe in. Palms cross, breathe out. Left hand in front this time, palms touch. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, deepen into your back bend. You get a full round of breath here. Look up. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Just one time this time. Inhale, straighten your leg, palms touch. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm to right leg. Keep your left hand on your left hip for the moment. I want you to keep your elbow in line with your shoulder, so you're not pulling it back just yet. I want you to press right arm into right leg, lift up your left hip so it stacks on top of your right, and then notice how far back your elbow and shoulder is. And keep them in line. Once you have your chest and your left hip flat up against an invisible wall, then lift your left arm up. Maybe find a full extension to send it further forward past your ear for your extended side angle. If you want to keep side angle, left arm straight up, just as good. 3 breaths. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Step it back to high plank, breathe in. And then chaturanga on your breath out. Reset your body through your vinyasa flow. To downward facing dog. Left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze it to your nose. Inhale, high. Exhale, low lunge. High crescent lunge. Alright, this time left hand back, right hand forward. Cross your palms, make them touch. Take a breath in. Exhale, deepen. Look to the ceiling. Maybe try to look to your hand. You get a full round of breath. Palms press together. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. One time through your lift. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. If that felt good to do that setup, try it here. And left shoulder underneath your right. Right hand on your right hip. Pull it to stack on top of your left. Left shoulders. And then reach your right arm up. Once your chest is flat, maybe find the extension forward. And last round of breath. You've got this. Inhale, reverse. And your exhale, low lunge, hands to the ground. Stepping back to high plank, breathe in. Chaturanga on your breath out. And we'll flow back to down dog. And from down dog, bend your knees. Palms flat, look at your feet. Walk your hands, flat palms, all the way to the back of your mat for a forward fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And come all the way up to stand at the back of your mat. Palms touch above your head. Exhale, thumb up the hiti, hands to your heart. All right, from here, I want you to step your right foot forward, come up onto your left tiptoes, reach your hands up above your head, palms come to touch. Now you don't have to take that reverse clasp. This time your palm is just touching. You're going to keep your weight on your right leg. I want you to lean forward until you can lift just your left toes off the ground. So again, your shape doesn't change from here to here. You've already got your legs strong. From there, begin to teeter forward. Bend your right leg, your left leg straight, warrior three. Press your palms in together so you lengthen the spearhead of your fingertips forward. All right, big movement. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Bend your right leg, pull your left knee up to your chest. Exhale, eagle pose. Left leg over your right, left arm all under your right. Your palms come to touch. If you want to stay here, stay lifted. If you want to take movement, keep this flow going. On breath to movement, it's an inhale to lift. On your exhale, nest your eagle. Bring your elbows in towards your belly and round your belly up towards your spine. It's like hard to get. Keep that going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. 3 more rounds of breath. Last full round. Inhale, one-legged mountain, unravel. On your exhale, step it back to the back of your mat in your warrior two legs. From here, straighten your right leg, turn your toes to the left, wide-legged forward fold to the left. I want you to get your torso really heavy here, so grab for opposite elbows, or maybe clasp your hands and make this triangle shape with your arms. Slight bend in your knees. Try to drive your elbows to the ground so that your legs lengthen and your torso lengthens. Take the top of your head, melt it towards the mat. Next inhale, come back up through the center, halfway lift, low lunge to the top of your mat. From here, 3-legged dog, send your right leg high. Bend your legs, stack your hips, and then draw some circles. Spinal release of tension from your right side. Come back to a downward facing dog, full round of breath. From there, bend your knees, look to your feet. Flat palms, walk them towards the back of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Come up to stand, maybe reverse swan dive, maybe just come up to a mountain pose. So hands to your heart. This time step your left foot forward, come onto your right tiptoes. Get a big step forward. So you've already got some activation and lift. Lean forward, palms touch above your head, lift your right toes off the ground, bend your left leg, and then find this teeter. Forward. Right heel stays lifted. Biceps frame your ears. Press your palms together to lengthen forward. Again, that power helps you stay supported. One more round of breath. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Pull your right knee up to your chest. Exhale, eagle. Right leg over, right arm under. Lift your elbows. Either stay here lifted with your back against an invisible wall, or on your exhale, nest your eagle, and then keep that going. Breath to movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale, nest. Inhale. Exhale 2 more times. Inhale. exhale. Squeeze thighs together for support. Last round in. Out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, warrior two. Step out. Lift your left toes. Turn them to the right. Breathe in. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Then exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Take a bend into your left leg, straighten through your right. Send it back, almost like you're going into that archer pose. A little less intensity, but still pressing through your right foot. So again, it's straight. Not straight and passive though, straight and powerful. You're stiff arming someone. Straighten both legs and then switch, bend to your right. Press through your left. Your head get heavy again. Let doubts, let thoughts of how long this is going to last fall out of the top of your head. Just breathe into the moment. Last round. Back in through center, halfway lift. Low lunge to the top. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Bend, stack, and then make some shapes to feel open here. Feels good. Come back to a downward facing dog. There, lower your knees to the ground. Flip to the tops of your feet. Walk your hands further forward on your mat. Set it for puppy pose. So hips stay stacked on top of your knees. Get powerful through your hands. Draw your belly up and in so it supports you. And then press your chest back towards your legs, your forehead to the ground. This is stopping point number one. If you want to get deeper, come back up. Look to the front of your mat. As you press, bring your chin to the ground. Little to no weight in your chin. There's still powerful pressure through your hands and your knees. Belly draws up and into support. Last breath. Press into your hands, walk them back in towards your legs. And standing on your shins. Camel pose. You can go to full camel, or I'm going to cue through supported camel. Knees underneath your hips, hands behind your back, palms face, fingers point down. Squeeze your elbows in together. I'm like 0 for 3 for that cue. Squeeze your shoulders together. Find a slight tug of your chin first. Drive your hips forward, and then walk your gaze up towards the ceiling. And that same lift of your chest as you had when you were pressing your hands together through that twisted lift, that cyclone of power. Can you find that here by squeezing your elbows together to lift up your chest? Inhale through to center, lower your hips to your heels. Rest your hands on your lap. Find a round of breath. Get a little dizzy. A little lightheaded. Simply breathe here for a moment. You're not going to go anywhere. It's okay. The body's natural response, especially when you open up your heart, your front line, it's a signal for your adrenaline to start pumping. Asking it for a round of breath. From there, swing your legs out to the side, come to a seat. We're going to set up for double pigeon. I'm just sitting your left leg to the front of your mat first. Get it parallel to the front and flex your toes so your knees supportive and engaged. And if it stays lifted off the ground like mine, take a block or a blanket or a pillow or something underneath it, book, something like that. You can press into without having to press into the ether. There's nothing there, right? You want something that'll press back into you as if it were the ground, in this case being your block. And take your right foot, ankle, over your left knee, come up to a seat. And I've still got a bunch of lift in my right leg, so you can take a block, prop it underneath there, against the pressure against something rather than into nothing. And begin to lean forward. If this is enough for you, you're getting a stretch here, feel free to stay here. Yogis who are blessed enough to have that openness, You can begin to lean forward, chest towards your lap. Soften into it like you threw silly putty on the hot sidewalk. How would it melt into the ground? Emulate that with your body. Back up through seated. Before you unravel your legs, take your hands by your hips. Press to lift your hips off the ground. Lift your knee, maybe lift your foot. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Stretch your legs out straight. Give them a shake, give them a wiggle. Left and right. Let that go through your whole body if you feel it. And then we'll take the other side. Right leg across. Set it up strong. Flex your toes. To the left. I like to do this little cradle motion beforehand. If you like that, take it. Set it up to the side. Again, the stretch is on the left leg, but depending on how tight your right side is, you may be more focused on the right side. Can you breathe? Accept both as they are. And let that breath and acceptance find you some new space. Three more rounds of breath. Back up through to seated. Move your props out of the way one more time. Hands to the ground. Press to lift your hips. Maybe lift your right foot. For 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, like in front of you. Give them a shake. Give them a wiggle. Bounce. Flex your toes towards your face. Take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. I can already feel it. My hip flexors are feeling it. I hope yours are as well, because we're going to stretch them out. I got a fun little hip flexor stretch. 2 more rounds of breath here. Add some movement to these last 2 rounds. So inhale, halfway lift. Pull your chest forward to your flat spine, flat legs. Exhale, fold. You got that one more time. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, pull to fold forward. Back up through center. Hands in front of you. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. And then unravel your spine. One vertebrae at a time. This used to feel so painful for me. I had to work out so much in my low back. So if that felt painful for you, just know that you have a journey ahead of you and it's okay, you're not broken. From here, pull your left heel in towards your glute as if you're going to set up for bridge pose, but you're not. Just take your right leg, send it straight up to the ceiling for a moment. Flex your toes. Try to put a footprint on the ceiling, and then I want you to try to physically lift the ceiling. Press it up a little higher. Lift it up a centimeter. Lift it up an inch. Lift it up 3 inches. Press, press, press. Take a breath in. Your exhale, I want you to bend your right leg, bring your foot under the crook of your left leg and grab it with your left hand, cat pulling its tail. Allow your knee, your shin, and your thigh to rest towards the ground and soften. You can let your leg turn into silly putty on hot sidewalk again. If you want further, reach your right hand up above your ear, palm towards the back of your mat. Get a little side body stretch, almost like a crescent moon shape. Send your breath to the depths of your belly. One more round of breath. Your deepest, longest breath yet. Reach your right hand down, grab the outside of your right thigh, assist it back up through center. Right foot on the ground. Again, if you want to take your legs out straight, shake them, wiggle them left and right. And then we're taking this to the left side when you're ready. Left leg up straight, drive it forward, up, flex your toes down, and then lift the ceiling up. Hydraulic press, 1 inch, 2 inches. Drive. Breathe in. Exhale, cat pulling its tail. Grab your left foot with right hand, pull it underneath the eye of your right leg. Knee, shin, touch. Allow it to soften. As much yoga as I've done, as much stretching as I've done, my sides still have their own timing, their own pacing. My left side often takes a little longer to settle into a pose than the right side. If that takes the entire pose, and that's your pose, your journey, and your edge. Nothing wrong with it at all. Two more rounds of breath. Only when this feels even to you, take your left hand to grab your left leg, assist it back up through center. This time hug your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg long, breathe in. Exhale, supine twist towards the left. Twist your right knee across. Keep your right shoulder touching down as if you cemented it to the ground, bolted it there, and allow your breath to continually expand your ribs, musculature of your abdominals, all to find more space. Come back through to center, switch your legs, left knee in, squeeze in, and twist to the right. Supine twist. Last round of breath. Through center, heels to the ground, bridge or wheel. I'll cue for bridge. If you want to take it to wheel, go for it. Otherwise, drive your heels down, lift up your hips. If you want to go further, clasp your hands underneath you. Drive your elbows and triceps into the ground to lift your hips, to lift your middle back a little higher. Breathe for 3. Press your feet forward, drive them into the mat for 2. One, everyone together, lift to your tiptoes, breathe in, release your grip. Exhale, release down, all the way down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Stretch your left leg out long, right leg out long. Let your feet fall out to the side. Shavasana. Whatever shape you ended up in here, allow it to be. At least the next minute and a half. Just observe it. Next 3 to 4 rounds of breath. Yourself compressed on the mat. Envision anything that you were intending to let go through class rolling off of your body. It's like water rolling off of a duck's back. Just pull onto your mat, soak in. An allowance for yourself to make room for something else. That newfound space. Let a smile come to your face, both sides of your lips lift. With that smile, let it spread as you move your fingers and move your toes. Tilt your chin left and right. Slowly wake yourself back up, all with that same sense of smiling gratitude. Get your hands above your head. Good morning stretch. Pull your knees into your chest. Roll to one side for a fetal pose, just long enough to press up to a seat. Your hands at your heart. Prayer position, thumbs at your chest. Your shoulders drop from your ears and let your chest lift up into your thumbs to grow tall. Proud posture. And bring your thumbs to your third eye, center of intuition, right between your eyebrows. And in recognition of the light, love, student, and teacher in one another. Take a breath in, lift your elbows up to the ceiling, lift your gaze. As you exhale, we bow and share the words. Namaste. Solid work, yogis. It's been an honor and a privilege to guide you through class. If you have questions or comments, feedback, anything at all about what we did or what you would rather have done, I'd love to hear that. Let me know. My Instagram handle is on the title here at Pose. Again, this is the last one that I'll be doing for YouTube. They will still be going through the rest of the week, but starting the 17th of this month, they'll be going to the MBO format. So it's all on our website. All the information you need is on our Instagram as well. Until next time, stay safe, drink water, take care of yourself, yogis. Namaste.